What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bottled and Bond. I'm Ozzy, and today we are headed all the way to the West Coast. And no, I'm not talking about California. I'm talking about Washington State. Today, we are actually going to hit up a distillery that I have not reviewed yet, of course. But I've eyed this bottle many times, and the last time I was down in Kentucky visiting, I happened to snag a bottle. Somebody recommended it. I told them I've been eyeing it myself as well. So I figured, why not? Today, we're going to head over to Woodinville, Washington. Bam! So, this little squared bottle that reminds me of a lot of other bottles that I've had before is Woodinville. This is straight bourbon whiskey. So, I don't know too much about the distillery themselves. I know that they source, it says here, they source all of their grains from an almond farm in Quincy, Washington. And then they pretty much truck it over, they distill it, they mash it, grains and all that good stuff. They cook it, they distill it in the Woodinville distillery. And then they pretty much truck it over to another location, the Cascade Mountains. I guess the weather there in central Washington is just a lot more better fit for this whiskey or these spirits to say. So they take it over there to the private barrel houses where it could age for, not sure about the age statement. I've seen 5 to 6 years, but to my knowledge, there is no age statement, at least officially. It does say in the back of this bottle that for some reason, at one point I was reading it, and it says something about them not making their own whiskey at one point. I'm not sure. I read something like that. I could be wrong, but at the back of here it does state that they do distill it at the Woodinville distillery. This is a 90 proof, all right, 45% alcohol by volume, and it was established in 2010. To my knowledge, what they are saying is that the late Dave Pickerel, and there's something inside of my whiskey. What is a little bit of, I hope the cork is not ruining the crap out of this whiskey. Let's hope not. But the late Dave Pickerel actually has some kind of an influence. Apparently, when Dave Pickerel left Maker's Mark, he influenced a couple different projects, or, I guess you could say it like that, a couple different whiskey distilling and aging projects. And this was one of them. And one of the processes that he implemented is pretty much just drying out the wooden staves of the barrel prior to aging a whiskey, just to get rid of the harsh tannins and all the different things. Just open it up, I guess, for about 18 months more or less. So you got wood that's being dried up in the sun and the air for roughly 18 months, and then the coopers pretty much put the barrel together and they pour the liquids, and it ages for maybe 5 to 6 years. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but nonetheless, let's open this baby up. Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I hope this is not ruining the whiskey. Listen, man, a little astringent on that nose. So the mash bill of this baby right here is 72% corn, to my knowledge, 22% rye, and 6% barley. Very astringent, man. You get a little slight hint of like a honey and a little bit of wood and astringent. Maybe a little apple. Maybe slight citrus. I'm not sure. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Does it smell like whiskey? Damn right it smells like whiskey. On the nose, just like I said, honey, a little astringency that I'm hoping that it's not because of the cork. A little bit of an apple, a little bit of a pear as well, slight bits of caramel, and the astringency pretty much maybe comes from a little bit of that citrusy, man. I'm really hoping the palate on this one changes my aspect or my view or my outlook on the nose, because I was really looking forward to this, and I'm really hoping the cork did not tarnish this baby up. So cheers. Almost reminds me like fistful of bourbon. Ooh, what's that? Oh, that back end was different. A little smooth, easy to drink. A little bit of a brown sugary, sweet honey, easy, smooth. No, that back end. There was something about that back end. Honey. Oaky. Ready. Man, it's It's easy, honey forward, easy drinking, smooth. Then it kind of like, it bites your palate, not your palate, but it bites your tongue just a little bit on the back end. But as it's doing that, it's almost like opening up and releasing some kind of a bready, man, some kind of like a cakey, more. Somebody help me out in the comments, man. If you have had this, I don't necessarily know what to think of it. It's not bad, man. Price wise, looking at maybe 45 bucks, 50, 55 bucks, depending on where you're at. It's not a truly expensive whiskey. For the flavor, I think it's worth a try. Maybe try it out at a bar before you make your decision. But let's take one last swig, and hopefully I'm not crapping on this one. It's bland. This almost reminds me of when I first got my hands on a Blanton's, and you know, I pretty much just shit on it, and it's wow. It was just bland, just sweet. It was like, here's a little bit of honey, here's a little bit of sugar, drink this, it's smooth, and pay me 60 bucks, 65 bucks, even though I paid a whole lot more than that. But this is what this is leading to. And the two similarities is that the cork on that one looked to be tarnished, even though now I just think it's fake. And this one almost looked like it was tarnished as well. And looking into it, there are very, like one or two very, 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 very tiny particles in there that may have fallen from the cork. But because they're so tiny and microscopic, like they're just extremely tiny, you can barely see them. And there's only like one or two. Microscopic is the word I was trying to use, in case you English nerds want to correct me. I don't think that that's the case. You know, Washington, I don't know, Woodinville. Am I gonna recommend this one for the price? I don't know. It's just regular bourbon. Sorry. If you guys have had Woodinville straight bourbon from Woodinville Distillery in the state of Washington, let me know in the comments below. If I'm completely wrong and you think that this cork tarnished it because Woodinville is the next best thing since sliced bread, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what whiskeys you think I should be reviewing here next on Bottled and Bond. I'm Ozzy, and this is Woodinville straight bourbon whiskey, pot distilled, 90 proof, from the Woodinville Distillery in the state of Washington. And this is Bottled and Bond. Cheers.